All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and here we go again. Don't nobody like Latitia James. Nobody. She thinks she was doing something by trying to make Donald Trump pay all of this money, her and that corrupt judge, Arthur Engoron. Now, this one here is coming by Doug. I will leave the original video in the description. Now, it's been a lot of people, even people in New York is starting not to like Latitia James, and she's getting booed and stuff like this. And now they're going to say that Latitia James demands revenge after being booed by firefighters. So it ain't got that bad now that don't nobody like this woman. I mean, nobody. But like I said, we definitely finna go ahead and dive straight into it. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody who clicked on the video for the very first time. I appreciate all of you. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this. I will leave the original video in the description. Make sure y'all go to Doug's channel. Let him know that I sent you, all right? So without further ado, let's dive straight into this, because like I said, right now, it's bad. Now, she got booed in a church. I told you, don't nobody like this woman. She's pretty evil. She needs to be removed. She needs to be gone. She needs to be the one paying Donald Trump some money for wasting this man's time and lying on him and defaming his name. So let's go ahead and dive straight to it, y'all.
Well, Latitia James is evil from New York. We have proof of it. Go.
Welcome to the gun range. This is Doug in exile.
Oh! This is called a vanish. It's a one-size-fits-all holster. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug Tenaple. This is where the happy patriots are. We're going to start with how much Trump has to pay her. This is from Business Insider. Give you an update on that case because Trump already got a bond for the E. Jean Carroll of like 80 million or whatever. Here's out of options. Trump will pay $500 million cash bond to appeal his New York fraud case, experts predict. Not paying will hurt even more. Now, this isn't about Trump actually losing $500 million. That's not going to happen. It's about how much it's going to cost for him to secure to look like he could pay the $500 million while he appeals. Okay. Trump must stow $500 million cash in a bank to cover the appeal bond for his New York fraud case, experts say. That is, if he fails by March 25th, New York will start seizing his assets, the state attorney general has warned. This is going to greatly destabilize New York business, I believe. Everyone knows you're crazy to start a business in New York unless you're a Democrat. This is a one-party business state, and Trump's in the wrong party. A premium of anywhere from $250,000 to $1 million will push the cost of a bond even higher. That's what Trump's probably going to have to pay for the bond. He's got assets. He's got over $670 million worth of property in New York, but you don't want to sell it all just to show that you have the cash, right? You have to go do deals with people that will loan you the money and show it on paper. So it's the first prong of evil Latitia James and her imbecilic worldview. Here's some new fronts where Latitia James is making truly evil decisions that hurt people. Here's three headlines I'm just going to pull out, boom, boom, boom in a row. USA Today. New York Attorney General Latitia James sued over action against trans sports ban. Woo. New York Daily News. Nassau County sues New York Attorney General Tish James for standing up to trans sports ban. New York Attorney AG Latitia James threatens decisive legal action over the ban. This is about Nassau County that said men cannot participate in women's sports is the bottom line. And I don't want to get into there's vocabulary about all this. I know I'll get in trouble. I'm just saying, here's New York County taking Latitia James to court over transgender order, quote unquote, is common sense. In New York Attorney General Latitia James was sued Tuesday over her response to Nassau County's executive Bruce Blakeman's directive restricting transgender athletic competition.
Wow.
Okay, so that's Bruce Blakeman. He's the good guy who says he does not want transgendered men who claim to be women to be participating in women's sports. It's very dangerous for the women. That's been shown. They can knock out other women. They beat all their records. It defeats.
And y'all remember Donald Trump said he was going to stop that when he become president, that men cannot be in women's sports. He's going to put an end to that.
It's everything Title IX did to put women in sports back in the 60s. Now you can work your whole life as a biological woman, and you will get taken out by a biological man who is a transgendered woman. And for people that say that's hateful or weird, you're just playing politics. Latitia James issued Blakeman a cease and desist letter on Friday over his executive order prohibiting transgender women from participating in Nassau County's female competitions. Quote, "This is common sense, what they're trying to do. The people who are trying to inject biological males into female competition is destroying women's and girls' sports. And that is a protected class under federal law," unquote, Blakeman claimed. "I not only wanted to do this for the women and girls here at Nassau County, I have an obligation to do it," unquote. And Latitia James is going after him because Latitia James, this is what happens with Democrats. They end up being anti-biological women. These are feminists who are anti-woman. Okay, here's another front by Latitia James going after the beef industry. This is Vivek Ramaswamy. Latitia James, after prosecuting Trump for political reasons, is now suing America's largest beef producer because it doesn't have a quote viable plan to achieve its net zero by 2040 goal. This is politics masquerading as justice. She should be disbarred for her rank partisanship. Right. I agree. Absolutely. Right. Here's the Wall Street Journal, similar article. Latitia James, anti-business model. The New York Attorney General sues a meat company because it sells too much meat. It's too successful. This is another Democrat environmentalist thing that Latitia James is going on the rampage for. New York Governor Kathy Hochul declared the state wouldn't target businesses with political cases after winning a $454 million judgment against Donald Trump. That vow didn't last long. Last week, Attorney General Latitia James charged the world's largest beef producer, JBS USA, with misrepresenting its carbon emissions. JBS, I got nothing for you. This is your punishment for being in business selling meat in New York. Everyone in New York that does anything against the Democratic agenda, same-sex marriage, environmentalism, illegal open borders, all of that, persecuting and prosecuting political opponents. If you're
See, that's what I'm saying. After this, ain't nobody gonna want to be in New York. This woman is so freaking corrupt, and the judge in New York just lets her get away with this crap. If she go back to judge and going around with this trying to sue somebody else, they gonna let her win. It just don't make sense. I mean, at this point, I can't see how anybody want to do business in New York. This woman needs to be disbarred. She needs to be gone. You know how much the world would be in a better place with Latitia James removed, Fannie Willis removed, Jack Smith removed, Alvin Bragg gone. Like all of these people gone. They think they above the law. If it's not in their standards, they feel like they can just come after you. Now here she goes now suing a meat company. Boy, I tell you the truth, man.
For New York, it's going to start being your fault for being that dumb. It's like, look, maybe you don't go to certain neighborhoods at 2 a.m. Here's Latitia James, quote, "The JBS group has profited from its fraudulent and illegal business activities across the state of New York. State, you hear that before? That's what she calls Trump. That's what she calls all political opponents." The AG claims in a lawsuit filed in the state court. Pray tell how her argument is that eating beef is bad for the climate and that JBS duped consumers into buying its products by making overtly ambitious pledges to cut emissions. Seriously, that's the case. Now, JBS, you have this coming because you played the climate game and now you got burned. Uh-oh, boo-boo. Here's Latitia James at a speech for New York firefighters where they boo her and start shouting, "Trump, Trump, Trump."
Oh, come on. We're in a house of God. First, simmer down. I want to thank Commissioner Kavanaugh and Chief Hodgins for that recognition.
The people, firefighters, who actually where it takes merit to keep that job instead of an advanced college degree, they know who has their back, and that's Trump. This is going to haunt Latitia James. Fine, go hang out with your elitist, rich, manipulative snobs, Latitia. You're a criminal. Firefighters know it. Here's Latitia James going after the Second Amendment. This is from AP News headline, court ordered permanently blocks Florida gun retailer from selling certain gun parts in New York. So this affects a Florida gun retailer selling parts in New York. That's right, your businesses outside of state won't even be able to do business with New York. This is what California does too also, where they'll ban like food coloring in candy. And then suddenly, what's a candy manufacturer going to do? Say, we'll do business everywhere but California, when California is one of the hugest buyers, of any product.
Right.
So that's how Latitia James starts to manipulate what's happening in Florida with the Second Amendment. Here's another evil of Latitia James. This is a Masterpiece Cake Shop, a Colorado bakery. This is big, imbecilic Latitia James manipulating Colorado cake bakers who are Christians. Masterpiece Cake Shop, a Colorado bakery, refused to make a customer a cake when they found out it was to celebrate her transition. That's false. So it'll be clarified in a minute. This bakery has discriminated against LGBTQ people before. I'm urging the Colorado Supreme Court to stop this transphobic discrimination.
Like this woman thinks she is so above the law. She think everything she say is right. She feel like everything she say is going to get done. It just don't make sense at all. Like, come on, please get this woman out of office. This woman needs to be gone. Please disbar her. Please remove this woman. Every time you turn around, she trying to sue somebody. She trying to take money. Anything she don't like, she just try to sue you and go run right back to judge and go around and try to make it happen. And I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be no business in New York if they keep this woman in office and that corrupt judge. Ain't nobody gonna be there. It just don't make sense. Now she talking about because they wouldn't make a cake. It's like, come on, man.
Here comes the big words, guys. It's politics all over. Well, let's clarify a little bit. So this is a Christian cake shop, and here's what was clarified on Twitter by these fact checks. The same customer also asked for a cake with a cake topper described as, quote, a large figure of Satan licking a 9-inch black dildo, an actual working model that can be turned on before we unveil the cake, unquote. That's what the poor LGBTQ victims are doing to conservative Christian cake decorators. If you're a cake decorator, you're an artist. I'm an artist. These are people coming in telling you will perform what I tell you to do with your art. I will pay you, and you will not have a free speech right to say no. You are compelled to work, or we will shut down your company. And even New York Latitia James will start to manipulate the Colorado state to take down your business. Do you see how evil this is? This is about New York. Latitia James could reach any of us in another county, in another state on any number of issues. This is the Second Amendment. This is free speech. This is the LGBTQ movement. This is environmentalism. See, it's spreading everywhere. This is what the left does. Guys, quit voting Democrat. Never put an X next to a Democrat again.
Right.
Or you're asking for this stuff to happen to you or your children. Here's Molly Hemingway ratioing the heck out of New York AG Latitia James. She wrote, your hatred of the First Amendment aligns with your hatred of other parts of the rule of law. You are a bad person.
She is.
I agree. Here's another tweet from Travis in Flint. Happening now, Latitia James is now suing the world's largest beef producer, JBS USA, for not meeting environmental quality standards of net zero by 2040. Here's the rest of that, unpacking the rest of his tweet. JBS recently announced they'll be increasing production and adding more jobs, which Latitia James claims will increase their carbon footprint and hurt their environment. They're trying to bring more jobs into New York, but they're the wrong kinds of jobs, people making beef. Not only is James targeting political opponents, she's now going after any business that is succeeding in New York. How many jobs will be lost because of this? Are New Yorkers still happy they voted Democrat?
And this is what you got to deal with in New York. Anybody have a successful business, here go Latitia James gonna try to find something wrong and try to sue you, just like how she trying to do Donald Trump. I still feel like Donald Trump is going to get out of this, and we're going to be the last one laughing. This woman is just pathetic. I mean, how can anybody support Latitia James? How can anybody support this woman? The woman is corrupt. Now she wants to sue a beef company now. I'm telling you now, ain't nobody going to do no business in New York, man.
Dummies, you deserve this. You are going to collapse New York.
You better not even get caught trying to sell lemonade at a lemonade stand in there. If you start getting successful there, here come Latitia James.
Enjoy when all the good jobs are either gone or given to an illegal.
Yep.
Elections have consequences. I agree. Yep. And then here's, this is Mel, the village crazy lady. He already exposed Latitia James's Fonnie Willis-like expenditures. What do I mean? Well, in 2023 alone, Latitia James spent over $28,000 on hotels. Over $15,000 of that was spent on luxury hotels in Puerto Rico. What is she doing in Puerto Rico? And then here's the list. Here's the artwork list showing it all. These big resort hotel level hotels for $28,000. That's what Latitia James is doing to you. She's the Fonnie Willis of New York, people.
Yep.
And that about covers it for Latitia James. As you can see, crooked, monstrous, criminal, defended by Democrats in New York. If you guys keep voting these people in power, I got nothing, but you're going to reap an absolute disaster by putting this kind of evil in office in New York.
Right.
Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.
Shout out to Doug, man. Another great video to just show you how evil this woman is, and now she's the one getting sued, and now she's trying to come back and sue. It's just all over the place. This woman is ridiculous, man. But like I said, don't y'all forget to make sure y'all go to the description. Go show Doug some love. The original video will be in the description. But at this point, it's bad, man. I mean, I wouldn't even want to move to New York. I mean, I'm skipping New York. I probably even want to go there to visit. Nothing. Go on vacation. Nothing. Forget New York. If they're going to sit around here and let this woman just sue anybody that she wants and she can get away with it, forget that. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.